All right, welcome TCG enthusiasts. We've had a question today in chat, how to build uh, letters, loading buildings, like we've seen recently in the chats from Odin and the Pit Stop. Here's a plot I just acquired today. Beautiful location, comes with a sunrise, a waterfall. We hit B to get into the build tool. We're going to rise up here, space bar and S will bring you up over your plots. A and D, left and right, W will bring you back down. Tab, I'm going to lay first is just a foundation on the ground. 'We're getting 13 here. 13 by 12. Sometimes you're only going to get 12 by 12. Sometimes you're lucky enough to squeeze an extra row in there. Just going to maximize our border. Now, the one thing you want to do before you go too far with the boring generic color that they give you, if you want to change the color, you want to do it early. So I click on a tile, left click, edit as a left click, and then we've got a color wheel here. And your colors are going to be affected by the lighting. We're losing our daylight here, so that's not helpful. But if you want to alter your colors, do it first. Lay one tile, change your color, and then duplicate that. So this tile's been laid, left click again, left click, duplicate. Now everything I place will be that same color. So, um, so we just need to get off the ground here first. We don't need everything in the middle here filled up. Tab, walls, plain wall. And we're going to build in, instead of using the outside here, we're going to build in one row here. We'll reposition ourselves somehow here. Figure out my controls. Alright, now take a note here on the color of your walls. So when I place a wall, just by moving my mouse this much, I can change from the inside color to the outside color. But honestly, that only works. I think Odin was having problems with this in his build. It won't work unless you've got floor tiles surrounding it. So right here, I've got floor tiles on both sides. So that's why this one piece got placed a different color. If you do not have a floor tile on this side, it is going to be one orientation only. But here you see I can place that one that color and that one that color. So you may not know why that's happening when you're placing it, if it happens at random. Just know that a slight movement here, all I'm doing is moving my mouse, will change the wall color. There's also an issue with placing stairs. I haven't built anything in a while, but in the past, it's very difficult to place stairs unless you have a complete foundation surrounding it. So you cannot place a stair possibly right here because there's no foundation tile to the left or right of it. So lay a surrounding foundation first, place your stairs, and then what you don't want, you can right click and delete after you're done with it. And yes, currently every piece has to be deleted individually. You can also duplicate. Duplicate that there, fill in next door so it's the right orientation, the right color. And I'm still duplicating here. So for a two-dimensional letters, you're just going to build one wall like this, straight up. This is a gold plot. This will go 5 levels high. You've got to plan out on a pixelated basis what you need for your letters. It's going to be 5 high would do every letter. Some letters you can do 3 wide, some letters you can do 1 wide, some letters need be 5 wide. So say you want an S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably too wide. What letter would require 5 wide? A G, W. Let's just make a basic. We can do an H. We could have done it 3 wide. We'll do it 4 wide. We messed that up. We should. Yeah, we need all 5 levels here to make a 5 high letter. So gold plots are not really good for these floating letters, but this is how you make it float. Once you've built it, you can just erase the bottom row. In the early days, 2 years ago, with this build tool, it would have basically collapsed to the ground. Everything above it would just erase itself. But that changed. They kept it in. I requested it be kept in, and fortunately, it's still there. Makes for some neat stuff. Space age, floating, buildings, lettering. As you've seen around the world, people already taking advantage of it. All right, there you go. Hi. Well, that's one dimensional. Don't know if I can go back after I've erased the foundation. We need ceilings now. But I cannot place on the bottom here because there's nothing below it to place it on top of. But we can place on top of next to any walls that are already here. So you do need to go back and add the base wall right here below anything we want to put a ceiling tile on. So we're also going to need it here. We're going to have to build this back up. Now going back into our ceilings. Your foundation is only good on the ground level. After that, everything is a ceiling tile. Alright, so I'm just gonna duplicate this, make sure I am getting. So once I have those tiles underneath everything on my letter, I can get rid of these wall tiles again. And these two are in the middle. I don't really need them. Essentially, if you're cubing this in, it's all going to be hidden on the inside anyways. So let's duplicate our wall. This is going to make it blue on the outside. One thing with this tool is once you've built multiple levels and stuff, you've gotta be careful of what's in your background, where you're looking, because this tool could just as easily place this wall back here as up here. It's a fine adjustment to go from one to the other. Kind of want to turn yourself so you don't have too much noise behind where you're building. Anywhere over there can place it, anywhere in here can be placed. So you've constantly got to be changing. Your camera angle. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this. I have not built in a long time. My apologies. So I would clean up the extra stuff that got added that we didn't really want. As you can see, you've got different colors from one side of the wall piece to the other. One side is blue, one side is a white. So you have to be careful to get the right orientation if you do want every showing side to be the same color. And that's why you're going to build one row in on your plot so that you can choose the orientation color of these wall pieces. But to keep this video short and sweet, that is how you build a two-dimensional letter, a three-dimensional letter, and how you get them off the ground. Thanks for watching. Look forward to getting the next video out to you. PDQ. Have a great day.